What's up guys, it's me and I'm back again with another video, and as you guys can tell we are on Borderlands 3, and if you read the title then you know I am going to be showing you an insane way to get legendaries. So first of all, I would like to get out of the way, you do need an Amara for this, so a lot of people are going to click off now because they don't have Amara, but that's fine with me. I just want to give you guys the most resourceful information at the beginning of the video so you guys know going in what you guys need. Of course you're just going to need an Amara. Obviously, the only skill that you actually need for this is the phase cast, the one where the hand just grabs the people, and I kept switching over to Guardian rank to show you that I have none equipped, because you want to have that. Later on, you want to have the lowest damage as possible so you can do this. But yeah, there is one more thing that you are going to need for this glitch, and it's going to be like a level 1 gun. It doesn't have to be exactly level 1, but it needs to be a low level gun. So obviously you need to go and turn off your mayhem rank, mayhem level, mayhem mode. You need to turn that off. I run over and I show you how to do that. And once you turn it off, just travel to the Pandora, Covenant Pass in Pandora, and go to the spot that I do, and once you go there, then obviously there's going to be a level 1 gun, and the reason you want a level 1 gun is so that when you are shooting the loot tank later in the video, you'll understand what I mean later. When you are shooting him, he will lose as least amount of health as possible. You don't want to be using a level 50 gun or anything other than that. It gets really iffy. Even if you have like a level 20 gun, he starts losing health much quicker and you can't shoot for as long, which means you don't get as many legendaries and money. I do say money because this is a heck of good money farm as well. I would like to give credit to Glitching Queen, and I'm pretty sure a few other people did this, but she was the main one who I watched to do this. So what you want to do is obviously turn your mayhem mode off, and once you do that, spawn into Pandora, Covenant Pass, or whatever it is called, and then just run down the path that I'm running now. As you can see, it's right where you spawned at the start of the game. I was checking the loot crate for my first gun mission to see if a level 1 pistol would be there, but it wasn't, so I just kept running to where I know a chest would be, which is obviously this little car trunk. So when you open this up, you will have a gun, and you want to choose either the one with the most fire rate or the lowest damage. So that's up to you. I choose the one with the least damage because obviously if you take his shield down and he dies, that's kind of bad. You don't really want that. So obviously I chose the one with the least damage. And then I go ahead and head back to Sanctuary here because, as you guys can tell, you are going to want to turn your mayhem level back up for this. You want to be back at mayhem level 3 so you get the most legendaries and the most money out of this. So obviously I go back to Sanctuary, and just in case you guys don't know how, even though y'all probably should by now, but just in case, I show you guys how to turn back on your rank, which is just in Sanctuary in the little pedestal area. So as you can see in the gameplay now, I'm spawning in, and I'll be running over to the thing, to the pedestal mayhem 3 thing. And you can see that I didn't switch anything. I still have the level 1 gun, so this isn't a glitch. Also, something to note, if you want to farm for a level 1 infinity, there's tons of other videos, so I'm not going to show you how to do that, but that is probably the best gun that you can use for this. But go and farm for that if you wanted to. And the next place that you'll be going is Eden 6 to the Jacob's Estate, and I will see you when we are there. Alrighty, as you can tell, we are in the Jacob's Estate, and I also wanted to tell you guys there is an ammo dump right behind you. So if you come in with less ammo, or you're just going to try to go straight into it, you want to go ahead and refill your ammo when you do this, because you want to have as most ammo as possible, because during this little farming exploit little thing, you will not be able to run back to the vending machine to get more ammo. The enemy will despawn. So this is not the enemy, obviously. I just needed a little more buffer time so I can tell you guys what's up. So I went ahead and killed him. So like I said, you won't be able to run back to the thing, the vending machine, the ammo depot. So you want to go ahead and fill up on ammo as you head over there. So if you guys know the spots where we are going, it's obviously just the path that you take to go to the loot tanks. If you guys have farmed these before, this is a little rendition of it to be able to farm the little backpacks on the loot tanks. So I had a little struggles getting up here, as you can tell. I went down. But what you guys want to do is you want to go ahead and run past all these guys. I was going to kill them because they might get problematic later, but they never did. And right now I am online, so I am showing you guys the spots, but I wanted to add something. A lot of people have been calling me out for saying, stop making videos, I have to be offline, but obviously I wanted to show you. This is one spot that loot tanks can spawn, and it didn't, as you could see, and I threw a grenade just to keep them off my back. But when I run over here, this is a second spot a loot tank has the probability to spawn, and well, you can see it didn't. And then I go ahead and run over to the most famous spot where people are used to loot tanks spawning almost 100% of the time when you are in offline mode. I go ahead and run over here, and if you guys can already tell, and it didn't spawn. So I wanted to make sure to tell you guys, you should probably do this in offline mode if you are wanting a absolute 100% chance for a loot tank to spawn. So yeah, just go ahead and swap on to offline mode, and yeah, we'll see you when we're there. So if you guys don't get a loot tank to spawn, obviously you will save and quit, and you will spawn right where you were, right next to the fast travel station that you did go ahead and hit when you were checking these spots. And as you can see, I run over here, and usually this is where I get my loot tank to spawn, and the one where I like doing it the most, because there's only one other enemy that actually spawns with it. So this is probably one of my favorite spots to get the loot tank to farm. So if you guys want to keep saving and quitting, it should only take a couple tries to get it. This is like the first time ever I never got one to spawn, so it was kind of weird. But yeah, so I went ahead and killed those enemies just to show you. Oh man, I almost dropped my controller. But as you guys can see, I checked this one too. I thought I got lucky with 2 tanks, but I didn't. I didn't even get a loot tank, as you can see here. I went ahead and killed these guys too, because sometimes they'll chase you around forever if you don't kill them. So I go ahead and jump up here on this rock just to tell if there is a loot tank, which there is not. So I go ahead and kill him. But obviously, like I said, when you are in offline mode, you get a guaranteed 1 loot tank. This area is kind of hard to farm the loot tank in, so if you can run it off to one of the sides like I do, it's probably the best way that you're going to be able to do this. So as you guys can tell, I run back here where the loot tank 100% has a chance to spawn. I start killing the other stuff because I know it's going to start to get in the way, and I just try to focus on killing all the other stuff. And I was lucky that the loot tank actually started to run back towards the other direction, so I trapped him right in between the log and the way to the other little spots. I was trying to punch him to slow him down so he didn't run away and just teleport out of there without me. But as you can see on the little mini map, he dropped a legendary already, so if you guys know how this works, I try to do the little thing to make him stay still here, and I was seeing if that would work. Just me doing it very quickly, seeing him about to teleport away, and I go ahead and I take out a few more enemies. But as you can see, he actually started running off. He didn't get stuck because I didn't do the little glitch I'm about to show you how to do right now correctly. So as you see, everything despawns behind me. Alright, so this is the glitch. When he is digging, you want to shoot him in the back until he stumbles around a little bit, and then you want to phase grasp him, because once you do that, as you can see, his body will be stuck halfway in between the ground and on the earth. And what you want to do is just shoot his backpack, and when you shoot his backpack, money and loot will come out. It's really quite simple and really fun to do because you get tons of loot for just standing here and shooting him. And like I said in the early little clip, you want, if you have the patience to go get a level 1 infinity, this glitch is insane because you can just lay into his backpack, even go AFK because it has 0% recoil, so you can just leave it there for a few hours and then come back to see what you have. But obviously if you just do the level 1 glitch, or not glitch, if you do the level 1 gun thing, you are going to have to reload, and that kind of dampers things. But as you can see, I kind of sat still there for a second and wasn't shooting him, because obviously I wanted to show you the money, but also you want to let his shield regenerate, because if you just keep laying into him, and you have skills that make you do elemental damage, as you can see, he's constantly taking 1 damage, because I think I have a fire elemental on this build. Shout out to my friend Jacob, by the way, he let me use his account for this. My Amara wasn't finished with the story yet, so I couldn't get my enemies up to level 50, and I didn't want to show a false representation of this. I just wanted to show you guys this in full swing. So as you can see here, the rest of this is just going to be me shooting the backpack, and I'll probably speed it up because I sat here for a good 5 minutes. I didn't sit there very long, so you'll see how much loot that I get in simply 5 minutes, and I was not using the loaded dice relic, so I didn't have the increased legendary drop. But obviously, this has the potential to drop you legendaries and money very, very quickly. The amount of money that you get is insane. I think I had about 5 million after 5 minutes, and it was quite insane. So yeah, I hope this helped you, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you can see when I post. Comment if you want to see a specific video on my channel, or if you want me to cover anything, and then I will probably get around to it. So yeah, enjoy this little time lapse of me shooting his backpack and checking out the loot afterwards. So enjoy.